Well, recently in our mail, we received here a desperate plea at stevedeace.com, and we wanted to share it with you today. It reads, isolation, the feeling that you are somehow removed from your friends and family, that you don't belong in any recognizable group and are completely alone. No, this isn't about being a Nebraska fan. This is the feeling many atheists in Iowa feel, despite being more plentiful than Jews, Hindus, and Buddhists combined and doubled. They live in the Bible Belt and are consistently reminded, and since they are not a part of a Christian church, they simply don't count. Iowa's atheists are pressured into the proverbial closet, repressed into the background, while told to wear the happy face of conformity. They watch helplessly as the religious right forces judges out of office. I thought we actually had an election. When you force someone out of office, that's like when you point a gun and demand they leave. You don't force someone out of office with an election. But let's continue. Pushes creationism in schools, exploits the tax codes, and squashes opposing views. Let me pause there for just a second and wistfully wonder if only that were all true. I wish it were. Things would be a lot better around here, but it's not. You're giving us way too much credit. Anyway, as a perfect demonstration of Christianity's stranglehold on local society, again, if only that were true, the billboard below was refused by a major billboard company because, in their words, quote, Des Moines is a Christian city, unquote. And the billboard, we'll hold it up here so you can see it. The billboard says, you know there is no God, we know you're right. And it welcomes you to the National Convention of American Atheists right here in Iowa, in Des Moines, in fact, over Easter weekend. This urgent plea continues, yet despite the pressure to stay in the closet, America's atheists are coming out and speaking up. There's been a lot of that lately, a little too much. American Atheists is America's premier nonprofit organization supporting America's non-religious community. Funny, I thought that was the mainstream media, because they support the non-religious community and they don't make any profits either, if you've been watching the news as of late. Since 1963, we've been fighting for equality for atheists in the laws as well as in the hearts and minds of America's citizenry. And we are coming to Des Moines for our national convention. And this convention will empower atheists through education, motivation, and best of all, a sense of belonging and community. Through awareness and organization, we can defeat, the atheists say, the bigotry that keeps atheists in the closet. It is important that Des Moines learns about its atheists, and even more important, that local atheists learn about each other, including our local partner, the Iowa Atheists and Freethinkers. To that end, we will place billboards all over the city, which will cost about $15,000, for which we need your support. Now, forgive me, but I thought these were Freethinkers. But it costs $15,000. Now, this group is a 501c3 nonprofit corporation. So your contribution to the Des Moines Billboard Fund is tax deductible if you would like to support their campaign. Now, one of the things that we are taught to do is to be kind, as Christians, to be kind and gracious towards our enemies. And though these people would mock us, that doesn't mean we should mock them. Not to mention the fact it's really just too easy to do. And obviously they're a little short of funds. Now, times are tough. And a lot of you don't have discretionary income. So you might not have the widow's mite to donate to the National Convention of Atheists coming to Des Moines over Easter weekend. But there might be something even more powerful that you could do for them to aid them in their quest. And that's why we're going to urge you here today at stevedeace.com. There's a lot of itemized things here on the back of this plea where it would cost you a lot of money in order to support this organization or to attend their conference, which includes Christopher Hitchens, noted atheist, journalist. And a lot of you out there may not have the money to help them, but you know what you could do? Do you know what you could do for the National Convention of Atheism that is coming to Des Moines over Easter weekend? That's right, you read my mind. You could pray for them. And that's why we here at stevedeace.com, we want to urge you, write this down. There is an email address where you can contact them if you'd like to let them know that you're praying for them. It's officemanager@atheists.org. For those of you that went to public school like these atheists, that's .org. That's officemanager@atheists.org. You may not have $144 in order to register for the conference, $134 to be a lifetime member, $225 to register for the conference and also to get 2 meals. By the way, if the conference is $144 and 2 meals on top of that's $225, that's got to be a pretty swanky dinner, but that's not important now. The point is, you want to help these folks have their best life now. And if you just can't give them the money that they're looking for, to let them know you care, there's nothing that you could do more powerful than to pray for these atheists and drop them a line. And maybe there's certain things they'd like for you to pray for them. Maybe safe travel for those coming to Des Moines on their way to this convention. And then maybe, of course, on their way home, that their family members who they'll leave behind to come and worship nothing, that those family members will be taken care of while they're away. Whatever prayer needs that this National Convention of American Atheists may have, drop them a line. I'm sure they'd love to hear from you. officemanager@atheists.org. Let them know we're praying for you, and what else can we do? What else can we be praying for you? Because that's what we're all about here at stevedeace.com. Thank you for joining us. You can email us, steve@stevedeace.com. Join us on Facebook at Steve Deace, and also Steve_Deace on Twitter. God bless.